welcome back to Total Taco, the show where we eat tacos and you oddly watch us, but thank you. This week, we went to El Ranchito Tres. I gave two fingers for a second. This is the third El Ranchito in the Buffalo area. One of my personal favorite places, but I don't think I've ever gotten tacos from here.
No.
So,
here we are.
I'd like to say we did this on purpose, but it was a complete accident. To celebrate doing El Ranchito Tres, we've decided to do Tres flavors this week, first time on the show. We went with a chicken, or as they say at the restaurant, El Pollo. Steak, I can't say that in Spanish because I don't remember what it is. We did an El Pastor. It's our first time we've done that on the show. This is one of my personal favorite types of tacos. They gave us chips for free. We did get a side of rice. They gave us some real banging salsa. What were they per taco? Do you remember?
The El Pastor I think was $4.50.
And then the others were $3 per taco.
Yeah, it might have been $3.25.
What do you say we jump in before the cats tear the house down?
Sounds good to me.
There you go. That's perfect. This is still piping hot too. So we walked in and requested order for takeout.
But it's really hot.
And they go 5 to 7 minutes, and by God, it was exactly 7 minutes. I'll put some really good salsa on here. They gave it to us. I think I'm allowed to, right?
I think so.
I will say the first note of this. It's very basic. It is just meat and a tortilla. They gave us the option of flour versus corn.
We did flour. Cheers.
And cheers. So here's the thing. Even though there's not much on here, it's a really flavorful taco.
Super flavorful.
Do you want me to start us off?
Sure. I feel like this one's going to be a little challenging.
I don't. I think I know kind of exactly where it's going. Taste, I'm going to go with a 4.5 on it. The salsa adds a whole other layer. These are three very unique, very flavorful, very authentic salsas, and they're really good. And the chicken itself brings a whole other flavor out of that.
Yeah.
The size, I'm going to go with a 3.5. I think we're definitely going to see smaller, but it's definitely not a very large taco.
Sure.
A lot of meat, which is a plus sign. I think that's why I'm not going lower on it, because it is full of meat.
Yes.
Because there's nothing else in there. Uniqueness is a 1.5. It's really good flavor. It's a unique flavor, but there's nothing else besides meat. $3 for this taco. Yeah, I wouldn't hate paying for that. I'm gonna go with a 3.5. I'm gonna come in with a 65. I feel kind of sad that I did that, but like, it's really, really good. It's really flavorful. Really, but like, there's a little bit to be desired still out of it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What are we starting with? Taste. Like you said, it's super flavorful. Like, I almost feel like you don't need all the extra stuff because it just, the chicken, whatever they cooked in it, was so flavorful. So I'm definitely going to go with a 4. Size, I think it's a good size. And like you said, also, there's a lot of meat. With there being no lettuce, tomato, cheese, it gives a lot of extra room for meat. And this sucker was full. So I'm going to go 4. Uniqueness, not unique. I even added my own salsa. So I'm gonna do a 2.
Well, you added their salsa that they provided you.
True. I added
and you didn't make some salsa.
No, I don't make salsa. Price, what did we say? 3.25, something like that?
It was $3 is what the menu listed as.
I would definitely eat this again. But that'd be my first choice there because they have a lot of other good foods. So I would do 3.5.
You're coming just higher than me at 67.5. But that'll end that. Onward, upward to steak. And this is definitely like some real like good steak that's cubed up steak.
Yeah.
You can see the grill marks on this. I don't think we're going to be able to get it shown that well on there, but there's
I feel like
definitely
the
grill marks.
tortillas are grilled as well.
I mean, they're all fresh tortillas in-house. I do know that about this place. You know what, I think I'm going to go with the hotter of the two on this one. Might as well just make it a tradition that I die when I do steak tacos.
What you didn't see on air was that he made me try the last steak taco, and I also died.
That suicide sauce it is. But to some steak. I mean, that's a grade A steak.
Yeah.
Really good steak.
Mm-hmm. Cooked really nicely.
I'm not gonna lie, that was my first concern when I saw that it was like not like a sandwich steak or a diced up steak. When it was actually cubed, it was like, okay, is this gonna be something where I'm actually like struggling to bite into this? Am I gonna have to fight with this thing?
To like really chew.
Yes. Is it gonna be like? Is it gonna be
Gritty.
cooked where it dissolves in your mouth, or is it gonna be gritty and I'm like chewing on shoe leather? And it was cooked very nicely.
Very good.
What do you think about it?
It wasn't as flavorful as the chicken, but the steak was cooked really nicely. Like, it wasn't overcooked. It wasn't undercooked, because I'm not a fan of a lot of pink. But I thought it was really flavorful. Do you want me to grade them?
Yeah.
So taste-wise, I definitely liked the chicken better. So I'm gonna go 3.5. Size, I'm still gonna go with a 4 because the size was the same. There was a lot of meat, a lot of steak, and some of the pieces were like rather large.
Yeah.
Uniqueness, again, there's really nothing special about it. It was the tortilla with steak, and we added the salsa they provided. So I'll go 2. And price, this was the same price. So I would get it again, maybe not before I got chicken, so I'd go with 3.
You're coming at 62.5. Taste, I will say, I'm gonna go down. I was at a 4.5. I'm gonna go down to a 4. It was still good. I did really like whatever they did to that chicken to marinate it. Size, I think I could bolster here to a 3.5. That was more in it, I think, than the chicken. I think it was the steak itself was bigger, but again, there wasn't a whole bunch of added extras to it. Uniqueness, I'll come up to a 2. I feel like where you're gonna get most steak tacos, you're not gonna get actual steak. You're gonna get a lot of that steakum and stuff like that. So like, I'll take that.
Real.
Price, I'm gonna go with a 4. I'm not gonna say that I liked it more than I liked the chicken, because I did like the taste of the chicken more. But how often are you gonna get that kind of steak in your taco for that price?
That's true. That's a good point.
I'm gonna come in with a 67.5 on that. Far from upset. I think really what's killing them is that there's no lettuce, tomato, onion, anything like that added to it.
I wonder though if you're, because we just got add-on tacos, I'm wondering if you bought like a meal, if they would do like a Mexican restaurant would do and have like a little pile of lettuce and a little pile of tomatoes on the side that you can kind of dress your own taco.
I'm going to take this one because I know there's a lot of pineapple on top. Have you ever had an El Pastor?
Nope. You should probably tell the people what this is.
So El Pastor, for anybody who's never had it, is grilled pork with pineapple on it. It's marinated in that pineapple, and then they put the pineapple on top. And it's that perfect hint of sweet and savory that you're going to get out of this. Something I never had tried prior to La Vina. A former friend of ours pulled us to go try it. And it hits. And usually the thing is that a La Vina, oftentimes they'll drain out the pineapple so you don't get the pineapple, and to me that's the best part. Oh. And they've added it here. I'm going in without putting salsa on this. I'm very excited about this.
I'll do without salsa.
Al Pastor.
I've always been afraid to try this.
You're open your eyes on it. I needed that second bite. That first bite there did not have the pineapple with it.
Oh, mine did.
And that second bite it takes it from really, really good to over the top.
Wow.
Yeah. Taste, I'm gonna give you a 4 or 5 on that. Like I'm not gonna come in swinging and saying this is the most perfect taco, but it's a really good taco.
Really close.
Size, I think I gave 4 the last time. I'm gonna give 3 5s because like I know it's a more expensive taco on this.
Right.
But for the fact that I'm paying a little more, I definitely want a little more meat than we had on there. Uniqueness. See, I get to bump at least to a 3 here. El Pastor is not a traditional. There's a different variety every time you get it. Yes, there wasn't anything added on this, but I don't think you really need anything added on this. Price. Yes, I know we paid $4.50 for these. I'm going to give it a 4 or 5. I will pay for that over and over again. That might have become my top El Pastor currently. I'm going to come in with a 77.5 on that. That's really good.
Okay, so being my first time having this, I actually was a little nervous, but I do enjoy sweet and savory, so it was really good, like shockingly delicious. So taste, I'm actually going to go 4 or 5. I really enjoyed this. The mix of the pork with the cooked pineapple. Size, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. I really felt like mine had a lot of meat and a lot of pineapple, so I'm also going to give it a 4.
Okay.
Uniqueness, like you said, without adding anything extra, it's unique on its own, and I really don't think that I would want lettuce or tomato on this. I really don't know what you could add to this, so I'm gonna go 4. And price, it was a little bit more expensive, but you're paying for that uniqueness, that like different factor, and I would definitely buy this again, so I'm gonna do another 4.
You will come in at an 82.5.
Wow.
I think the only thing that I would maybe say that I'd like a little different, you could maybe put like a crema sauce or like some form of a sauce on this.
Maybe like a pineapple relish.
And maybe
almost?
pineapple relish would be interesting, but I'd also like a cheese. Some form of a cheese with this would really, I think, set it over that top on.
That's true.
On taking it to it, but all in all,
I'm super
very
pleased.
good. They're never. This is one of those places where, depending on when you get them, they're either going to blow your socks off, or you're still going to be happy you had a good taco.
Yeah.
I've never had food from here where I've been like, that was just mild at best. That was just average. Like they always have good food.
And it's fast. It's hot. Like we picked this up and came home. Probably a 15-minute drive, and it was still piping hot.
Yeah. But anything else we want to add before we give our adieus to?
If you haven't checked them out, you should check them out.
That's El Ranchito Tres. That would be the
or
location.
the original.
The original El Ranchito is out on Main Street
If it's
in
closer
Clarence.
to you.
El Ranchito Tres is located
Niagara Falls
in Niagara Falls
Blvd.
Blvd. I believe El Ranchito Dos is on Transit in Williamsville.
Yeah.
I think that's where the second one is, but I
Really
could be
good.
wrong on that. But guys, I think that's about it. Thank you to all you guys for watching. Shout out to our sponsor, Kyle at Chicken Dippin'. If you like chicken wings, I know you're watching a taco show, but if you like chicken wings and you want something that's the best way to dip your blue cheese, check them out, chickendippin.com or Instagram at chicken_dippin'. Use code 716 for 15% off your order. But I think that's about it.
I think so.
Until next time, we will taco to you later.